All right, welcome back to PC Building Simulator, and check out this build. I built this recently on the official PC Building Simulator YouTube channel. It's kind of the ultimate all AMD build featuring the 5950X and the 6900 XT. Brand new in the game is a version 1.10.5. And speaking of 1.10.5, today we're going to do something that we've been waiting for updates to happen. Something actually that's been requested a lot, actually quite a bit. Yeah, a lot of requests for this. We are going to, we're going to rebuild the most expensive PC possible in PC Building Simulator. I've been kind of holding off because, well, it hasn't really actually been possible. Despite like getting more parts and stuff here and there, we haven't been getting parts that were actually more expensive until 1.10.5. So this actually, you might recognize it. This is the last most expensive PC you can build in PC Building Simulator, $19,929. A lot of this isn't going to change the build what we do today. It's going to look like this, but there's going to be a couple changes that are going to make it just a little tiny bit more expensive. So we are going to give that a try. But let's get right down to it. Let's get started building the most expensive PC possible as a version 1.10.5 in the mighty Tech Enyo. This case, I think, still is sadly not on consoles, but I am hoping it will be updated. It'll be added in the big update coming this quarter for consoles. Sorry, consoles, it's been a rough wait. So that will be our case for this. We're also going to be doing the Asus ROG Zenith 2 Extreme Alpha for our motherboard. That is $850. We have not gotten any more expensive motherboards that are going to work for this. And what's important here too is we want to have as many RAM slots as possible to make sure we're spending lots of money on RAM. Also, Threadripper is a good. That's kind of where we want to be to get the most expensive CPU in the 3990X. I didn't want to do that. I always forget how this opens every time. So yeah, there you go. That is $3,990 for the 3990X. I think that's funny that those are like the same thing. I think this is actually a $5,000 CPU in real life. The pricing in this game is so interesting. Like some things are cheaper, some things are more expensive. I never know exactly. And we'll talk a little bit more about pricing as we move through this build because there will be some relevant factors, I guess, to how this build actually comes together as the most expensive PC possible in the game. Let's do our CPU block. We are going to go with the Ryzen Tech CWD-TR4. This is a RGB block specifically for the Threadripper socket. So there you go. And let's just jump into RAM. None of this has changed, by the way. This is all the same. Nothing new here to make this build any more expensive. But the RAM, being that it's going to be the same, is going to be that 4800 megahertz kit, 8 gig Trident Z RGB. That is still the most expensive RAM in the game. Despite having a few additions, it is still the most expensive. It is $430 per DIMM. So yeah, it's expensive. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. And we're gonna have 64 gigs of it in this configuration. Crazy fast. And if you want to do overclocking in this game too, this is the RAM to do it. The fastest RAM will help you get the best overclocks. Though, what I did learn about overclocking in this game recently with the recent 10.5 update, 1.10.5. What am I saying? 1.10.5 update. Bringing in the 6000, the RX 6000 series from AMD on their GPUs. It's funny, the 6800 XT, I guess, is the best GPU for overclocking now. Not the 6900 XT, which is what you would expect. It's the 6800 XT. Apparently has more headroom. So that's super interesting. That's another video I want to do at some point here, is try to go back in and do another overclocking build and see if we can get like our highest overclocks score yet. The most expensive power supply is still the Cooler Master Watt Maker 1200 watt MIJ. It is $1,000. Well, it's $999 and just absurdly expensive for I don't know why, because there are other much higher capacity power supplies that aren't that expensive, but we're gonna go with it anyway. Okay. Water cooling is going to be a big deal here. We are not going to be using water-cooled GPUs, but for the sake of making the build as expensive as possible, we are going to be putting as many radiators in the build anyway. So we are going to do a 480 from Corsair up here. I really hope this comes together. This case is so scary. I get a ton of people asking, like, how do you get everything connected? And my answer is usually like, you just try a lot and fail a lot and hope that it's going to work. Yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit of trial and error with the radiators, I think. Let's see. We're going to do a 480 here. I think it should be 3 480s and then 2 of the thick boy Radiatech Calore C360D. So one back here, like clipping through the table, which is wild. And then we're gonna do a 360D down here. I think it's just a clearance thing, because we can do a 480, but there's a reason why this doesn't work, I think. But now I can't remember, and I'm doubting myself. I do think I'm gonna do I have to bring this one down? Okay, time out. I gotta. There's things are trying to daisy chain. It's like they're daisy chaining and they're also independently connecting. It's really annoying. This is actually one of, when you build in this case, you kind of want to turn off auto connect almost and just manually connect everything, because it's like really temperamental. Really, really, really temperamental. Okay, no. So I do not have the ability to bring that down at all. So that's where it's going to be. Okay, that's frightening, because I don't know how I'm going to manage to run pipes through there. Hopefully this isn't broken now. It could be. It really, really could just be broken now. The most expensive reservoir is the Alpha Cool Ice Becker 250 mil. And what's cool, get it? We can actually put 2 of them in here. But each of those is what, $250 or something like that? Is that right? $420. I don't even know what I was talking about. But yeah, you can see how much money we've stacked in here with those radiators, because each of those 480 rads is $450. The 360 rads from Radiatech are $400. So the water cooling accounts for a pretty significant part of the cost in this build. Okay, so right now, this guy's not connected, the second reservoir. Yeah, this is where everything just gets super, super weird. Like, you need to just daisy chain things. This is probably going to be a thing I'll have to do, like, off camera, getting everything connected, because it is kind of a nightmare, to be honest. It's kind of a nightmare. But you will want to have that connected. And then we can kind of daisy chain some of these. Kind of daisy chain. Oh, so that's daisy chaining. So actually, we're doing sort of okay. What'll complicate things is the most expensive case fans are going to be from... Nope, that's not it. Not Gamerstorm, not Deep Cool, no. These are $60 fans. They are still the most expensive fan in the game, and we can put 4 of them in here? Yes, 4 of them. And ideally, you will daisy chain all of these. They do seem to be... Okay, I'm not sure what's connecting to what there. That's kind of weird. Daisy chain. Are they, yeah, so things are going great. You can tell things are really working well. Yeah, man, cabling is crazy in this one. Like, what is even daisy chaining in this case? Yeah, this is gonna be weird. I'm gonna have to figure all this stuff out off camera, I guess, probably, maybe. But let's get storage in here first. So as far as storage, nothing's really changed on the storage front, and actually I realized I probably should put the 2.5-inch drives in first. So there's 2 M.2 drives that are most expensive. The Patriot Viper VP4100 M.2 2 terabyte, those are $500. Now, if you don't want PCIe Gen 4 2 terabyte storage, tippity top in this game, you can pay the same amount of money for 960 gigs of Corsair's regular NVMe Gen 3 storage. I would personally recommend getting twice as much and at faster speeds. So we're going to do that. We're going to go with lots of this stuff. Patriot Viper VP4100 M.2. We can do one here. And we can do, let's just VP41. Let's do that. Yeah, it'll be easier. And we'll do one here. And then we can do another 2 on each side of the M.2 up here. So for 4 of those. So that gives us, that's $2,000 in M.2 storage. And what else is fun is we can put a couple SSDs in this as well. And that has not changed either. The most expensive SSD in the game is still, sadly, for some reason, Corsair's 4 Series 960 gig. I have no idea why. They're still $350. Right? Yeah, $350. They're the most expensive. I like, sometimes I'm like, does Corsair like having all their like storage just be absurdly expensive for no reason. I mean, I don't know. We can do 4 of those back here. Actually, I wasn't sure if I could get them in with the radiator in there, but we obviously can, so that's cool. So yeah, there's our storage. So we got 4 of those there, 4 M.2s, 2 under the cover here, and then 2 on the dim.2. So that's all the storage. There's no room for 3.5 inch anywhere. Amazingly, I'm surprised, like we can't, you know, duct tape one to the back or something. Okay, so with that, we have all of like our main components other than our GPUs, of course. But I want to get the water cooling set up before we slap our GPUs in here, just for fun, and it'll make me feel good. So I guess I'm gonna try to like cable this stuff. All right, so don't ask me how I did it, but everything's connected. There we go. All the fans on the front spin. I did manage to get a 480 rad down here, and it's connected. The front rad, the front 480 there, the top 480 back here, and then the 360 from Radian Tech. So it's possible, I guess. It all fits. Let's see if we can actually plumb it up. I really hope. I guess too, like if you want to try to, if you're trying to recreate this build somehow and you're trying to figure out how to connect things, one of the best things I figured out just now is to remove this fan, because for some reason when you click the connection on the bottom radiator, when this fan's in here, it just like connects this fan. It's really weird. So remove this fan, get everything else connected, then add this fan in. You might need to like get rid of one connection of this fan and then start the daisy chain here. And then that's how I figured it out. It actually wasn't super terrible once I figured out the strategy, but yeah, that's it. So let's try to get everything plumbed up, I guess. How's our total looking, by the way? How are we looking on 16,879? Okay. As a reference, this is no GPUs, of course. 19,929 is the number to beat. Once we get GPUs in, we will check that out. I'm dragging you along and making you wait for it. Let's connect everything. I'm gonna use flexible piping because I'm not running hardline because it's annoying. At least unless I have to, unless it makes me, which it might make. So let's go out the radiator. Is that the in? That is the in to the reservoir. We'll go out this reservoir into our other reservoir. We'll go out this reservoir. We'll come down here. I really hope this works. To the bottom radiator. Oh my gosh, I was so afraid that wouldn't work. Then we'll come out of our radiator into the bottom of our, no. Let's go back around to our radiator here. Nope, not gonna have it. How about this side? You like it? Nope, sure don't. Okay, we're gonna have to be a little bit careful. Let's try to go to CPU. Okay, we can go to CPU, then we'll come out of the CPU, and then let's try to come down here to this radiator around back. Gosh, why? I just want to zoom out more and I can't. Yes, beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't click this. There it is. And then we'll go up here, connect these radiators. We'll bring this guy back around and connect up with this radiator. Boop, nope. How about the other side? Please, no. Don't make me. Sometimes it works better if you go in a different, that's not what I wanted. In this order? Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you, PC Simulator Gobs. Oh my gosh, please. No, I thanked them too soon. I should have made a blood sacrifice. Yes, it worked. Okay. We're all connected. It's a very strange loop. So we're basically going reservoir to reservoir, down to bottom radiator, up to CPU, from CPU to back 360 rad to 480 rad in the back, then around to the top 480 rad in the top, and then to the front 480 rad. So yeah, it's a lot of cooling for one CPU, but it's all about making it expensive, right? Now, the big question, can we actually fill it with coolant? That's gonna be something. You know what? For a build like this, pink. Can't fill pump. Oh, I never connected these. Yes! I was so sure that wasn't gonna work. I was so sure. I was done. Wow, that's... Oh, it's actually filling! That is such an obnoxious coolant color. I love it. It's terrible. This is gonna take a very long time. I shouldn't have explained the loop order to you guys, because you can just watch it. It's more useful anyway. So yes, we go from reservoir to reservoir, bottom radiator into CPU. It's gonna have so much time and like so much radiator space to cool off. Like it's just, this is absurd. This computer makes. I mean, it's too much with 2 water cooled GPUs, but we are not gonna have water cooled GPUs, so it's gonna be even more ridiculous and even more unnecessary. And then around and back through the case, there it slithers on up to the top radiator. It fills those radiators amazingly fast. It's pretty incredible, actually. It's not very realistic, but and then finally to the last 480 mil radiator. So we're actually going to be a little bit more expensive than the last build, even without the GPU change, which we're about to check out, just because I managed to get a 480 rad down here this time. Like I said in the last one, I only did the 360 from Radiant Tech, so we were $50 cheaper than... Is that right? Is it $50? Yeah, it's a $50 cheaper radiator. So we are going to beat our old amount just because of that by $50. But we're going to beat it by a little more because of the graphics card. We have the RX 6000 series, which despite in real life being attempting to kind of undercut NVIDIA's prices, in the game, they don't. They don't undercut their prices. In fact, I want to see, how much is this brand new 3090 from MSI? Oh, this is going to be a problem. I'm going to have to fix this loop. This brand new 3090 from MSI that was just introduced in the 1.10.5 update is $1,650. Oh. Ooh, so that actually would have been more expensive. Well, that's exciting. Oh, that's like brand new. Okay, cool. Wait. How much is the... Oh, God. How much is the... Now I'm questioning everything, basically. 69. Nope, that's a 3. 6900 XT. How much are you? I think you're even more. Yeah, 1695. Okay, so it's still $45 more. But we did get a 39 that was more expensive than the old ones. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna have to actually, after I did all this work on this loop, I'm gonna have to rejigger it because I'm not gonna be able to get 2 graphics cards in here. So let me drain the loop, move these. I'll drain the loop, install our graphics cards. Oh, I don't even have to drain the loop. I can just remove those things and then the coolant just goes somewhere. Okay, never mind. We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go straight for it. So 2 of the RX 6900 XTs, each retailing at $1,695. Yeah. Hopefully I can still get this connector. I'm going to be extremely sad. Just get right up there. Bloop. Oh, please, no. Don't take this away from me. I think I could hardline if I had to, since it's possible. Oh, yeah, we're good. Never mind. We're totally good. Okay, let's get coolant back in this again. Pink, please. Can I have pink? This is a celebration PC. Pink is the only correct color. All right, so there you go. 20,269 compared to our old most expensive 19,929. So it's not much more. It's like $340 more. It's not much. Boy, that pink is clashy with that red AMD. Can you just take, can that go away, please? This is easy pink. But there you go. I mean, that's the most expensive build that you can, PC that you can build in 1.10.5 because the 6900 XT is the most, they are the most expensive GPUs now. We basically got the most radiators possible now, the most expensive fans, the most expensive motherboard. Given the motherboard needs to have 8 DIMM slots to support 8 of the most expensive RAM, and we've got the 3990X, which is actually I think is the most expensive CPU in the game, definitely up there. Yeah, man, that's 1,000 or 1,200 watt master watt, $999. So yeah, I mean, this is it. This is the most expensive PC you can build in PC Building Simulator. But let me know if you think you can build something more expensive, or if you think I did something wrong. But I guess we should benchmark it, right? Because we spent all this money, we might as well benchmark it. Everything's actually working. So I'm going to get some stuff set up. We'll benchmark it. We'll see how it does on temps. And we'll maybe like set this RGB or something. So be right back. All right, so ran a benchmark here. Total score 20,927, 13,462. That's gonna be standard on that CPU. This is set with just the XMP settings with this RAM and everything. Graphics 23,197. So let's see, how does that compare to how we did before? The only thing being different, there's graphics. We had 197 compared to 19,331. That's two 2080 Ti's. Yeah, so it's better. It's better, but it's not a lot better, right? Let's compare $23,197 to what we would have got with two RTX 3090s, which actually are a bit more expensive. This is the MSI RTX 3090, whatever it's called, Trio, yeah, Gaming Trio. This is the 3 fans there. These are $1,625. They're cheaper than the RX 6900 XT, but they are more expensive than the 2080 Ti's that were in the first version. But look at that graphics score, 30,848. And these are not, actually these are overclocked, aren't they? Ooh, okay, they're a little bit overclocked. All right, I cheated a little bit. But I guess even if they were stock clocks, the 3090s perform better than the 6900 XT, and they're cheaper. So don't buy a 6900 XT in PC Building Simulator. Try to buy one in real life. Not you can buy any of these things in real life anyway, right? But if you could, you know, you could. As far as temperatures go, 44 degrees on that CPU, which is insane under stress test. But I mean, we do have, 5 gigantic radiators. So 44.35 compared to the CPU in this one. Oh, I should actually start this. The CPU in this one also has GPUs in the loop. So you would think it will be warmer than 44.35. It's also a little bit less radiator since I've got only a 360 right down below. I don't even know if it would matter. Yeah, it's not different. They're the same. They're basically the same. For some reason, this is doing better. I don't know. We'll see. The GPUs are enjoying themselves at 36 degrees C inside of that loop. But yeah, it's funny. It doesn't even affect the temperatures at all in this game. But yeah, there you go. That's it. That is right there. That right there. That is the most expensive PC you can build in PC Building Simulator as of version 1.10.5, which introduced AMD's RX 6000 GPUs, which allowed us to push it just a little bit more than we could have with RTX 30 series. And then we were also able to get a radiator down here that I guess I wasn't able to do before. I can't remember why, but there it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you think there's something else I could have done to make this build more expensive. Please let me know. Hit me with your best shot. Please don't hit me. Please don't. I'm hoping this is it though. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy and you want to see more videos of PC Building Simulator or any of the other games I'm playing, be sure to subscribe. And either way, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. See ya.